He was charming, intelligent, well-spoken. To those who knew him, he seemed harmless, almost kind. But behind the polite smile and law student ambition was a predator responsible for the deaths of at least 30 young women, possibly more. Tonight, we're diving into the terrifying double life of Ted Bundy, one of the most infamous serial killers in American history, and the mistakes that allowed him to keep killing. Ted Bundy was born in 1946 and raised in the Pacific Northwest. On the surface, he looked like the embodiment of success. He volunteered at political campaigns. He worked at a suicide prevention hotline. Friends described him as intelligent, ambitious, and polite. Bundy attended law school and spoke passionately about justice and morality. Ironically, the very concepts he would violate in the most brutal ways. What made Bundy especially dangerous was not just what he did, but how normal he appeared while doing it. In the early 1970s, young women began disappearing across Washington and Oregon. Many witnesses recalled the same man. Well-dressed, often wearing a cast or sling. Asking for help, loading books, moving furniture, reaching a car. His name, Ted. Bundy exploited kindness. He used empathy as a weapon. Once his victims were close enough, they never stood a chance. As the disappearances spread to Utah and Colorado, police finally began to connect the dots. Witness descriptions overlapped. A tan Volkswagen Beetle appeared repeatedly. In 1974, Ted Bundy was arrested, but what followed shocked investigators. Despite overwhelming circumstantial evidence, Bundy represented himself in court, manipulating the legal system and relishing the spotlight. And then he did the unthinkable. Not once, but twice, Ted Bundy escaped custody. The second escape led him to Florida, where his violence reached an unimaginable peak. In January 1978, Bundy attacked the Chi Omega sorority house, killing 2 women and brutally assaulting others. The myth of the misunderstood suspect was finally shattered. This was no longer a man hiding in plain sight. This was a monster in full view. Bundy was captured once again, this time for good. Facing execution, he began confessing. But only partially. Only when it benefited him. He spoke about murder with chilling detachment, often referring to his crimes in the third person, as if describing someone else. On January 24, 1989, Ted Bundy was executed by electric chair. Outside the prison, crowds cheered. But for the families of his victims, justice came far too late. If you found this documentary informative, consider subscribing for more in-depth true crime stories told with care and respect for the victims. Let me know in the comments, which true crime case should we cover next?